All right, we're ready to move on to our next team. That would be team 7, and they are called Team Greenchef. They're from Nigeria, and we have Godwin and David on to present.
So, hello everyone, we are Team Greenchef. We're on a mission to tackle global food insecurity while starting locally. We want to help smallholder farmers in Nigeria build climate resilience. Climate change has affected every aspect of food systems. It has reduced crop yield for farmers, decreased their income level, and it's accelerating global food insecurity. But what exactly is the problem? Majority of smallholder farmers fail to prepare fully for agricultural season because they lack access to area specific security. According to the World Meteorological Organization, $600 billion is lost globally in agriculture as a result of climate change. About 800 million people in the world are chronically undernourished, according to the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United States, and 2.5 million malnourished children die globally. To solve the problem, we started with immersion, not a concept. We started from the perspective of the people with the problem we are trying to solve, and not from what we think they might need. And to that end, we interviewed 10 smallholder farmers here in Nigeria on the third day of the challenge to asking them questions surrounding the desirability of our solution. And one of the smallholder farmers we interviewed, who was also a clergyman, explained to us how his access to climate information increased his youth productivity by about 50%, and he wished that neighboring farmers had the same access to such information. So at the end of the day, we found out that all 10 farmers we interviewed experienced significant decrease in crop yield as a result of climate change. The World Food Programme projects that the 14 million malnourished children in Nigeria today will become 17 million malnourished Nigerians in 2050. And there are other organizations currently tackling the problem we are trying to solve. Meteorological agencies provide accurate weather data, but this weather data is not accessible by smallholder farmers because they are mostly illiterate. And peer-to-peer farm networks also provide a strong support structure to help farmers adapt to climate change, but the information provided is unreliable because it is not based on scientific research, but on the experience of the farmers. In addition, Red Cross Nigeria offers in-person sessions with smallholder farmers in Nigeria to help them adapt to climate change. But with the advent of the pandemic, these have been greatly affected, and such an approach cannot disseminate climate information to a large number of farmers within a short period of time. Even university meteorological departments face the same key metric and drawback as meteorological organizations. So what are we on a mission to do? We want to help farmers build climate resilience. We want to make them smile again. So what is our solution? We provide access to area-specific, reliable, actionable, and easily digestible climate information through engaging radio broadcasts to smallholder farmers in order to help them make climate-smart farm-level decisions. And how do we go about this? We partner with climate information experts. Then we partner with a radio design expert who curates the content and tailors it to the needs of these communities. We involve male and female individuals of these communities to give us feedback on the content created and to ensure that it meets the norms of their communities. We convert the knowledge in English into the local dialects of these communities to enhance communication, and through the radio stations within the local communities, we disseminate this information to the local radio receivers of the farmers. We tested our solution following a rubric that highlights the 5 key challenges faced with climate information service determination globally, and we found out that we hit all 5 of them effectively, and we are the first in Nigeria to do this. Our solution is silent, which means that it is tailored to the needs of these communities and help these smallholder farmers make farm-level smart decisions on climate change. It is accessible, which means that we provide access to climate information to farmers in communities that have broken infrastructure. It is legitimate, which means that we involve the communities in the creation of the solution, and we ensure this way that it abides to the norms of these communities. And it ensures equity because we involve both male and female indigenes of these communities and ensure that climate information is available to both male and female indigenes at equal levels. And integration, which means that we integrate our solution into a device which is already in the hands of these smallholder farmers in Nigeria, which is our local radio stations, and about 75% and above of smallholder farmers in Nigeria have access to radio devices. So what would our solution look like if impact and implemented globally? The World Meteorological Organization states that if climate information is effectively disseminated worldwide, there will be $30 billion increase in productivity, $2.2 billion reduction in global asset losses, and 35% increase in crop yield. So what does that mean in Nigeria? So with the 40 million smallholder farmers in Nigeria, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, experiencing 35% increase in crop yield, it would mean 15 million Nigerians who are vulnerable having access to quality food. So what's our implementation plan? For our pilot, we partner with the Resource and Environmental Research Policy Center of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, the Faculty of Agriculture Meteorological Service Center, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency as key climate information partners. And we already have good working relationships with these institutions as we have executed projects in the past with them. For the radio content creation, we partner with Lion FM and Voice FM in Nsukka here in Nigeria, which are local radio stations here in Nigeria. The content created will be shared with female and male indigenes of this community, and afterwards will be optimized by translating the valuable information in English into the local dialects of these communities through the help of an indigenous volunteer translator. And after living in these communities for over 5 years, we have built strong relationships with community members and industry leaders which will help facilitate the implementation of our pilot. So we are not just about changing lives, we want to change minds. We want to create a new generation of farmers that are not just equipped to tackle the climate challenges they face today, but are prepared to thrive through the growing climate challenges of the future. So what's our business model? Our business model is based on a quote by Jacqueline Novogratz that really explains how we see it. And she's also a global leader in social change today. She said, we will see a shift in focus from serving individual customers to serving entire communities. Companies that engaged in community and established trust during the pandemic will emerge stronger, more rooted, and ready for the future. And this is how we look at this. So rather than serving individual smallholder farmers, we serve individual smallholder farm homes. Our average monthly cost is $5,600, and our service fee, which we validated through interviews with these farmers, is $3. And at a growth rate of 10%, we are going to break even in our second year after raising $26,000 in revenue. And starting with 1,000 smallholder farm homes in our first year, we project reaching 50,000 smallholder farm homes in Nigeria with more partnerships by our fifth year. So the risk we envisioned was that smallholder farmers in Nigeria hold their culture at high esteem, which means that our solution, regardless of how remarkable, will be rejected if we value the cultural norms of these communities. And to mitigate this, we partner with indigenous stakeholders, and this way we ensure that our solution springs from a deep understanding of such cultural norms of these communities. So here is a group of existing stakeholder relationships that we already established with smallholder farmers in Nigeria, including the centers and the indigenous volunteers, as well as the radio stations. So a little bit about our team. We are summa cum laude students of the University of Nigeria Nsukka who have been close friends and teammates for more than 5 years. We competed in the Sierra Leone Marathon Global Competition where we designed an electric vehicle prototype with a distance to energy ratio of 800 kilometers per kilowatt hour. We co-founded a company amidst the pandemic that was selected into the Rockefeller Foundation and Acumen Social Enterprise Accelerator. We raised $10,000 to launch. We designed and fabricated an energy-efficient biomass crude stove that made it to the Cleansing Global Initiative as a commitment to action. We are a team of talented and passionate individuals who are also climate and change activists who are on a mission to create transformative social change in the world around us. And here are just a list of resources we explored as we try to understand the problem and come up with a solution. Some of them are from the World Meteorological Organization and the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United States, secret organizations of our country. With that said, we hope that the Challenge for Climate Action team believes in our ideas for moving the world forward. Thank you all very much, and we're very much open for any questions.
Thank you, Godwin. So I think we're ready for questions now. And the first question that we've got is from Judge Bill Morris, and it related to how will you know if you are generating the impact you are targeting?
Okay, so we thought about that very, very carefully. And the first thing we want to know is what level of yield are these farmers achieving as a result of our climate information dissemination. So we are going to take an approach that was similar to what the World Meteorological Organization took. So we are going to measure the amount of yield they are currently having in their communities, and we are going to be using lean data approaches by actually going to these communities to take the measurements ourselves. And after the first 6 months of our implementation, we are going to come back again and see how much improvement in crop yield these farmers has actually achieved, and the amount of revenue they are generating from the sales of their crops. And we're also going to collect data surrounding the kind of crop that they're producing, if it's tailored to the needs of the consumers, and questions and data surrounding things like that.
Okay, so you're going to basically measure crop yield over time, and I'm just repeating that just because your line is a little bit unclear. The next question is from Judge Megan Fay, and she said, great model for community engagement driving community solutions. I also love that you plan to partner with both higher ed and UN entities. Are there other partners you're considering?
Okay.
Yes, we have other partners that we are considering because these small other farmers already have an existing peer-to-peer groups network within their community. So we also include them amongst our partners, because when we partner with these smallholder farmers, it will be easier for us to snowball our information to the rest of the community. So we are also open.
David, you cut off there at the end. Was there something that we missed?
Yes, I said we are also working together with the peer-to-peer farmers group that is in the community currently now, because the farmers has a group already, and this group are the groups we are working with to know exactly how we are going to disseminate this information to them.
Okay.
So
All right.
those are the other partners that we're looking at aside from the higher entities.
Great, thank you. And so Judge Nancy Brown had a question, and she said the majority of small landholder farmers are women. Does this affect how you approach the programming and implementation?
Exactly. So from research, we found that women have least access to climate information compared to men. And so that's why we bring both men and women within the communities into the solution creation process. And we make sure we adjust our processes to fit the needs of these smallholder farm women in communities so that they have equal access to climate information as well as the men in these communities.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Team Greenchef, for your presentation. Much appreciated and great information for us all.